The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. So this game of our, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And a quick throw here, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw. Hardy. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Off play action. Hardy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Back to throw again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Stroud off the play fake.
And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars. Uno Mars.
Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
19 Texas.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Hardy. He sets to fire deep.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
The slot man in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Hardy. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Looking to throw. Hardy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Back to throw. Hardy toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Down. 11.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's DK Metcalf running his slant. He's got it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Buggy. Why Tony?
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Stroud.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll get 34 yards there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Looking to throw. Hardy. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
We speed left, speed left. 11.
And Stroud now to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Stroud looking to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now Stroud.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
19 tight. Here we go. Set. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Hardy.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Hardy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hardy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw. Hardy. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Hardy. He's into the secondary, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, south, south, south. Buggy, 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 buggy. Why Tony? Look to high, look to high.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Uno Mars.
Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
With with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
2nd and 1.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Looking to throw. Hardy.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. Buggy. Why Tony? Alert the hot. Hey, Uno Mars.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ow, tonight.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle they go. Clinton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, Hardy. And a quick throw here. The ball comes out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Gibbons. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hardy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Hardy. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Texans 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This is 1st and 10.
All right. Hey, uno.
Stroud to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Two J. 11. Hey, south. Buggy. Why Tony? Alert the hot. Hey, Uno Mars. Hey.
Here's Stroud.
And this one's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Eagles are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Buggy. Why Tony?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Stroud coming right back after the pick-6.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Eleven. Hey, south. Good.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home